So in this eye, look at the bowels here. This orange color, yellow color tells me you have sulfur and candida in the bowels. And the bowels are very chronic. Okay? Your bowels are quite enlarged. If you look at the pupil here, it's also quite dilated as well. So there's nervous tension here. The dark line going around the bowels, that's called malabsorption ring, tells me you're malabsorbed. You're not absorbing nutrients as you should be. This is due to mucus plaque in the small intestines. You want to clean it up by using the bowel strength tincture and the bowel cleanser. Look at those lines going around the bowel. That's called nerve rings. In case you have a weak nervous system, autonomic nervous system, this is due in large part to weak adrenal glands. Okay, see that yellow line going around the bowels? That's called autonomic nerve wreath. Indicates that you have weak digestive system. That's due in part to weak autonomic nervous system, which is due in part to weak adrenal glands. Okay, so you need to address the adrenal glands. See those lines leaching out the pupil? That's called radix solaris. Indicates toxic tunnels or waste leaching out to other body parts and glands. It's very, very prominent, okay, on the brain section here. But it's virtually on every single major organ and gland. See those white dots going around? That's called lymphatic urge. Indicates your lymph nodes are stagnant, moving to the swollen side. You need to move the lymph system with herbs and fruit diet and use lymphatic herbs to help you as well. See those this cradle look-alike here? This is called a lesion. Okay, it tells me there's a lack of energy flow in and out of that area, and you need to address a genetic weakness, so to speak. There's a faint dark line going around the pupil. It's called a skin ring. It's not very prominent, but it's there. It tells me you have a weak thyroid gland. Okay. Also, your kidneys are not filtering out waste, so there's a backup of waste underneath the skin. If you look at the sclera right here, you see a lot of red blood vessels. Show me the body is highly acidic and there's high acidosis in the body. You want to address that. Okay. 100% fruit diet and the herbs will help you here. So right here is the energy center of the brain, life force center of the brain. Okay, it means exactly that, life force. So this is it's moved to the chronic side. You need to address that. And here is pituitary gland. Look at that dark line there. It tells me you have a weak pituitary gland. A weak pituitary gland would mean the other endocrine glands are weak as well, because this is the master gland, the gland that controls all the other endocrine glands. You need to address that. The pineal gland here is also chronic. This can affect your sleep. So if you don't fix it, you have sleep issues arising. Okay, so you want to make use of the good night sleep tincture if you have current sleep issues. Here's the forehead. Here's the eyes, nose, mouth, tongue region. Okay, the lower and upper jaw. These are sinuses. It's congested here. Now the sinuses are crucial because obviously the house is in the head region, and you have the ears, nose, eyes. You also have the brain and the endocrine glands there. So you don't want acids to accumulate there to affect the functioning of these. So make sure you chew horseradish root. It helps break the mucus in your sinuses. You can use a neti pot of essential oils, eucalyptus oil, to help break the mucus congestion. You can also use ear candles to clean the wax of your ears, and eye washes, eye drops, like an eyesight tincture in a little eye cup to wash your eyes as well. Okay, massage the back of your head. Anything you can do to help break the mucus congestion here. Right here where the tonsils are located, you can see quite a bit of congestion there. The tonsils are the main lymph node of the head. It's what cleans the head of acids. So your body, the cells in your head will produce waste that's sent by the lymphatic system to the lymph node, tonsils, and then it's sent to the kidneys to be eliminated. So we need the tonsils to be strong. Make use of the endocrine tincture, strengthen this. Right here is where the parathyroid gland is located. Okay, it's quite a bit of congestion there as well. So you want to use the endocrine tincture. The parathyroid gland, it deals with calcium utilization. When it's weak, you're going to have issues like varicose veins, bladder veins, brittle nails, hair, skin, depression, wrinkles. You want that to be strong. So make sure you use the endocrine tincture to strengthen this. Okay. The thyroid is right here. You can see it's quite a bit of mucus congestion there as well, and it's clear that you have a very skin ring. Even though it's thin, you do have some accumulation of waste underneath the skin. So work on the thyroid. Use the thyroid lift tincture to strengthen this. And right here is where the vocal cords are located, or the voice box. And here's the esophagus. And here's the scapula, all congested with lymph. Use this respiratory tea and respiratory one tincture to strengthen these parts. So right here is where the upper back is located, and here's the middle back region, and here's the lower back region, all congested with lymph and mucus. And the spine runs across here, so you can see there's a nerve ring going across it. So use a circulation tincture to strengthen these parts. Right here is the lower back region, and here's the bladder. You see quite a bit of congestion there. And the bladder and the lower back tend to be congested frequently because when the kidneys don't filter out waste, there's a backup of congestion, of mucus, of lymphatic congestion, and this will cause mucus to accumulate. When there's waste accumulation, there's mucus accumulation. So use a lower circulation tincture, and also address your kidneys. When the kidneys are working properly, filtering out waste, the condition here will go away as well. And right here is where the vagina is located, and here's where the uterus is located. You can see it's moved to the chronic side. Use the female reproductive formula to strengthen these parts. And right here is where the adrenal glands are located. Look how chronic it is. So you have chronic adrenal glands, and here the kidneys are located. Adrenal glands control your kidneys. When that line going around the bowels, the autonomic nerve root tells me you have a weak digestive system, weak adrenal glands. Okay, so we need to address it because the adrenal glands control the autonomic nervous system. When it's weak, you will have issues with digestion. Okay, so you want to address that. Okay, the adrenal glands also control the entire autonomic nervous system, and the nerve roots you see going around tell me you have a weak adrenal glands. Adrenal glands control the kidneys, as I mentioned. So kidneys are also weak. Make sure that you use adrenal gland restorative tincture, adrenal glands and adrenal restorative tincture. Use both of them if you can. Also make use of two different kidney teas, two different kidney tinctures, because when kidneys don't filter out waste, you have the accumulation of waste. In your eye here, you see the cloud-like structure of the yellow and the green color. That's lymph. And that's due to the fact that kidneys are not filtering out the lymph system, so the lymph system will back up and this waste will accumulate. So make sure you fix the kidneys as well. And right here is where the left foot, knee, and thigh regions are located. You can see quite a bit of congestion there as well. So use the lower circulation tincture. And right is where the groin, okay, the abdominal wall and the pelvis regions are located. You see quite a bit of congestion there. You want to make use of the circulation down tincture to strengthen these parts. And right here is where the ovaries and testes are located, and here is where the pancreas is located. The pancreas is moved to the chronic side. As I mentioned to you, it shows you have a weaker digestive system. So make sure you address the pancreas. Use the liver and pancreas formula. For the ovaries, use the female reproductive formula to strengthen it. So right here is where the diaphragm is located, and here is where the spleen is located. You can see quite a bit of congestion. It's quite chronic. Make use of the lymphatic spleen tincture to strengthen it. The spleen is what cleans the blood, so it needs to be in good working order. Okay, very important. And right here is where the left arm and hand regions are located as well, also congested. So use the circulation tincture to help you here. So this entire section here is the ribs, thorax, and chest regions. Okay, the chest is located right here, and this weakness here, this lesion here hits the chest region and the thorax region as well. So you want to address that. Use a respiratory tea and respiratory 1 tincture. Right here is the lower and upper lung region, also congested of mucus as well. Use a respiratory tea and respiratory 1 tincture. The heart is located right here. Okay, this is quite a bit of congestion in the heart. I'll use cardiovascular tincture and circulation tincture to strengthen this. Thymus is also right here as well. There's congestion of mucus, sulfur and candida in the entire region as well. Right here is where the shoulders, neck, and the ear sections are located. See quite a bit of congestion of mucus there. You want to use the circulation tincture to strengthen these parts. Okay, and right here, okay, is where the mastoid medulla and cerebellum are located. Mastoid medulla deal with balance and equilibrium, dizziness. When they're compromised, those issues will arise. So you want to use the neurological tincture and circulation tincture. Cerebellum is the main hardware of the brain. It what sends information from the brain to the rest of the body. You also want it in good working order. So use neurological tincture and the circulation tincture as well. The top part here shows condition of the scalp and hair. So there's potential hair and scalp issues arising. This here hits the epileptic center of the brain, and here hits the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is crucial when it comes to the body because it deals with sensory information from the outside world to the brain. Also deals with the thyroid. It controls the thyroid. So when your thyroid is weak, usually often is due to hypothalamus, which in this case is very obvious. It is. And also this also deals with hunger and thirst as well. So use the endocrine tincture, neurological tincture, okay, to help you strengthen these parts. So overall, this eye, what's present to me is the accumulation of mucus over the whole entire eye, subacute lymph stagnation. The adrenals are very weak. You have nervous tension in the body, nervous system weakness. You have a big weakness of the thorax region and the chest region as well. The weakness there, okay, genetic weakness. The bowels are very, very chronic. You have the radix solaris, so the bowels are very, very pressing. Sulfur and candida, lots of it. This will take a lot of time to clean up. Because this is actually a true blue eye, okay, but you see it's green now, okay, and if you detox properly, it's going to take a very long time because it's quite deep. You will see changes in the eye. Definitely see changes in the eye. You need to get rid of the inflammation, the sclera. So 100% fruit diet with the herbs I just mentioned will take a little bit of time, but you make great gains and you feel fantastic as you go along as well.